Hi, this is Universal Vibes with the 411-2020. Today is Saturday, the 18th. Today I'm doing a number draw. Those of you that have been with me for a while, you know what that entails. It's 5 cards on the bottom, 5 cards on top. There is a chakra with the last card, and sometimes I do an overall on the bottom of the deck. So what we have on the bottom is 8, 1, 8, 6, 10. Top row is 10, 1, 6, 2, and 0. What came out was basically the Joker card. It's a basic card playing deck I use. And there's always 2 jokers in the deck, so I label each one with positive and negative aspects, right? So this is just focusing on 0 point, and since that's the chakra placement, there's 1 or 2 things going on because the joker that came up was the low vibe energy joker. So this is somebody that doesn't have a soul, or somebody that just hasn't activated their chakras, or somebody who has complete chakra shutdown, Anyway, we have 2 8s, we have 2 1s, so we have 88 and 11, okay? We also have 2 10s. So we also have 2 6s. So these are like, oh, and we also have 2 2s because the bottom of the deck is a 2. So we have master number 22, master number 11, master number 88, master number 66, and we have 2 10s, which would equal if you just take out the 1s and use all the zeros, 3 zeros, with 0 point being the joker. So anyway, this is kind of intense. This is why I don't do number reads anymore because I get way too many downloads from them. So give me a second. I have to tap in. The ultimate purpose for the whole energy of this is somebody is connecting with any of the nouns, person, place, or thing. It really does feel like a person because all the heart cards here. So, man, every time I do this, my cat gets crazy. Somebody feels trapped about starting something new. And the reason why is because of work conflict, okay? And this could have to do with, I don't want to say that. This might be my read. This might have to do with like moving away from a certain job. No, I don't think this is my read. So I'm just going to read the scenarios out, okay? This could be moving away from a certain job that's really conflictive right now, or just really stressful. And if that's done, it's like a whole new slate for somebody. I don't think somebody realizes that they can have this new start. That's the whole situation. Like maybe in the past they couldn't, but now they do realize that. That's why the 0 point is like the chakra that showed up here, with the bottom of the deck being the 2 of hearts, which is like, union and all that. So, and just like, being happy, like within what you're doing, it's like a coupling of energies, which is just, adding. But what I'm seeing with this joker, it's like negative scheming or something like that. Like somebody is they're afraid that they're going to lose money or something. I don't know. I don't know why you'd be afraid of that if you're following your heart. First thing that you guys need to know, if you're following your heart on something, all those projections that are being sent to you or that you're projecting out, because most of the time we do it, like you have to accept the projection for it to work. Okay? They're not real until you make them real. So until you think something, feel something, and say something, it's not going to manifest. That's why you have to be very careful, especially this new moon coming up. And usually I don't even go by moon cycles anymore. I don't pay attention to them. But I would pay attention to this one because this is a second new moon in Cancer. And we were just in Cancer North Node. Now we're in Gemini North Node. So it's kind of intense for those of you that believe in astrology, okay? It's like whatever house Cancer's in your chart, you definitely want to check that number and see what the house represents, okay? You can just go online and put your information in and it'll tell you. Everybody has every zodiac in their chart, whether you know it or not. Like, so yeah, I just feel like somebody's about to they're either about to ruin something before it begins or they're about to accept other people's thoughts as their own and project it into whatever they're trying to plan right now. Don't do that because your outcome is very positive, and the only thing that's influencing this is low vibrational energy. And it's because somebody is thinking it, saying it. It's like somebody, like a bird's chirping in your ear, like not wanting you to see some really like awesome opportunity that you can have very shortly because they don't agree with it, like in some form or fashion. And when people don't agree with your life, they're not paying attention to their own because their own life sucks. I found that to be true more than not. Like, unless it's like one of your parents, you know, and, you know, parents are always going to be like that, I guess, but my dad's not like that. But, you know, parents are always going to be afraid of like the worst, but there comes a time where you're an adult. And if your parents don't respect you, then you have issues with setting boundaries with your own parents. Like, and that's not healthy. You know, it's not healthy for the parent to continue to control you and treat you like a child. And it's not healthy for you to accept being treated like a child when you're an adult. Okay. So what I'm getting from that is just if your parents don't ever agree with like your work or your relationship, your personal life, don't tell them about it. It's none of their business. They're not in your relationship until you bring them in. And if this isn't your parents and this is somebody that with a parental energy that always feels like they know best, get them out of your relationship and get them out of your life. This is your chance to. This new moon energy brings that in. It's about home and family. Cancer sign is. And it's also ruled by the moon, so there can be a lot of illusions and deceptions here that somebody's not seeing because they decide to agree. Let me tell you something. If somebody says to you, I don't like your boyfriend or I don't like your girlfriend because they did this in the past or because whatever reason, they don't even have to have a reason, but they say that and then they start coming up with stuff, you know? I think that he or she is rude, or I think that he or she, you know, isn't as educated as whoever I want you to be with, or whatever it is, right? What they're doing is planting seeds. If you nod your head and say yes, or if you speak yes, just to get them to shut up, right? What you're doing is you're doing one of the three things to bring it into manifestation. You're accepting what your parent or what that person is saying about your partner. When what you should be doing is putting them in their place and saying, listen, my relationship is off limits. My work is off limits. It makes me happy. If that's not enough for you and you don't want me happy, then I don't know what to tell you. And I don't think that we should talk about that. We should talk about something else. And more times than not, you will find that that person doesn't want to talk about anything positive. That's that low vibe energy here. It's going to suck all your chakras dry. It's a negative scheming energy. As soon as you're happy, this individual, okay, will just start spouting out. Because all they are is a freaking artificial intelligence bot. You know, they don't have a soul. So they're here to create conflict for you to choose your own path. That's the whole point of AI. Okay? Like, they don't have souls. They don't know what they're saying half the time. They just are here to create conflict. Mental conflict, emotional conflict, and physical conflict. Through you doing the three things that I talked about on that one post for my subscribers only on the 3 things that you need to manifest, which is your words, your thoughts, and your actions. So this is coming up again for somebody. So hopefully you guys understand that and get that. If not, just go back to that post. I gave plenty of examples. This is really positive if you just go with your heart and move forward, and whatever you really care and whatever like makes you happy and you care for and that you value, keep it to yourself right now. Because I think we're having a Leo full moon and stuff gets crazy on that full moon. It's a fire sign. Okay? And it's very flamboyant. And a lot of like stuff comes out on that moon. Okay? Like people's true intentions. So don't if that's what you guys live your life by is moon cycles, which I really don't. I'm just saying it's best not to, because then stuff manifests if you think about it, you know. And then you say it. Crap, I'm probably going to delete this, but just joking. I'm good. So, yeah. These are really good, powerful numbers too. I mean, there's so many devils in this, like master numbers. You're building something right now that somebody doesn't want you to build, whether it's a relationship or a business or just boundaries with somebody that absolutely has lacked them. All right, I hope you guys have a good rest of Cancer season, and you have a good week next week. Bye.